So I just saw a video on Facebook of a guy called Andrew Tate about talking about depression, and it's basically man up. And after watching the video, I actually agree with a lot of things that he says, because I've been through what they call so-called depression, and it's really all a state of mind and how you pursue your life and how you think about things in your life. Now, what a lot of people do is they just look at life and they really have no goals, they don't know where they're going, and their life feels pointless. That way they kind of feel sad, they get more depressed, and they go into this state. I've been in that state before. I got to a point where I was just doing nothing. I was like, oh, there's no point in this life, and I really had no goals or anything that I wanted to achieve. So I could dwell on other things. Now, something I took from Grant Cardone is that you need to set yourself goals, and when you complete those goals, set yourself more goals. Set yourself some crazy goals, so you're always focused. You're always focused on where you want to get to. And if you have that focus, you haven't got time to get depressed. You're like, okay, I need to get to this point. I need to be focused. I need to improve. And the thing is, a lot of people, they don't create themselves skill sets. So they kind of stay plateaued in the same place. And like I was saying, with the depression, you need to... A lot of those people that are doing depression, it's just like their inner state, and they don't make any effort to get out of it. And when you get into that, once you become depressed, like what they call depressed, you kind of stay there because you're like, okay, I'm just here, I'm just going to be sad about this thing all the time, and I'm not really going to get out of it. Now, like I say, the best way to do this is really, if you're depressed at the moment, okay, you're in a bad state, and if you watch this, I want you to take this one thing away from this video. I want to give you some advice. The main thing you should do is just take a step back. Now, what I mean by that is you're in a state of depression and you're thinking, okay, my life is worth nothing. I'm sad. It's nothing's working out for me. What I want you to take a step back is, it might take you a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, a week, 2 weeks, a month. What you need to do in step one is really identify, what are you actually sad about? What is the problem? What is causing your depression? And then from there, then you can start to move forward, because once you identify the problem, then you are on the steps to actually taking yourself forward and moving on from it. Now, with this, after you've identified this, what you want to do then is you actually set yourself some small goals. Some small goals that you can think you can achieve, because you don't want to set yourself something too big, because if you set yourself something like is realistic, you can then take that first step and you say, oh, I achieved this. It's good. So you set yourself 5 goals which you feel are achievable, and maybe it's something you do in a few days. Like, okay, tomorrow morning, I'm going to talk to my parents for like 10 minutes. I'm going to call them up and talk to them. You set yourself goals, because what a lot of people do, most people do, they don't set themselves goals. They don't set themselves tasks during the day. It's like a mindless game. Okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to do this, and this, and they don't do anything. So what you need to do is you need to set yourself tasks and goals that you're going to do, because then that is your first stage. And then what you want to do is you want to set yourself, after you've achieved those goals, you want to set yourself more goals. So you've achieved that level. And then what you want to do is you want to take up the next level. And then you want to take up the next level. So achieve those goals, boom, set those goals. Go for those goals, boom, you set the next goals. Then you achieve those goals, and you go for the next one, and you'll see that it's just kind of spiraling out of control. And you keep on going up and up and up and up. So if you are in the state, you need to change your mindset. You can't be moping and groping all the time. Yeah, you are sad, you are in a state, but at the same time, you need to identify what it is straight away, and then start to set yourself goals on how you can get out of it. Set yourself small goals, and then build on those goals bigger and bigger and bigger, because everything in life is a mindset. You either think you can do something or you can't do something, and you never know what you can really achieve unless you push yourself towards it. You can achieve anything in life. You know, we all fail. We all feel bad at sometimes, but we just got to bring ourselves up and get to where we want to get to. So start small. Identify. Okay, so I'm going to go over this again. Identify your problem, whatever it is. State small goals. And then as you complete those goals, set yourself bigger goals and bigger goals and bigger goals. And you will eventually move away from that. So set yourself goals and be forth and true.